about that. I think there is misconceptions. I'll say, well, first of all, I think in Chicago, like what you see in the news about the homicides and stuff like that, how much it goes on, that's all true.
Mhm.
Like we get that many homicides. I'm not seeing the people. I know the people that do it. Like, yeah, it happens. I think the misconception is like always the why. It's like the why and how, and like some people even like think about like, oh, how can that be reconciled? Like, funny story. Somebody told me recently, asked me recently, like, oh, like, and they like, yeah, I used to be in the gang, and they funny that it was so innocent, but I was like, that's not. They asked me like, oh, like, do gangs like in their beef do dance battles, and I'm like,
dance battles.
It's like, yeah,
that'd be nice.
I mean, it would be nice, but I was like, no. And she was like, oh, somebody else told me who was in there. I'm like, no, how you in beef, somebody's gonna die. I don't like it's not and I think that's like a misconception that they got from TV. It may be somewhere in history that has been that, but not in Chicago.
Wow.
Now we do have like our Chicago dances, but like that doesn't end gang violence. And I think the other part is like always the why of like when you think about like systematic racism and stuff like that, like people are trying to fight the system. Like, don't get me wrong, like, yeah, fight the system. Like, we want the system to be better. But I think, and I believe this in like my theology too, is that people get too often concerned about reconciliation through the system and think if they could fix the system, make the system better, then this issue over here can decrease or go away.
Yeah.
Reality, that's not true. And so the reality is like when you have such a broken system like that, that creates something like poverty where gang violence happens.
Sure.
Like, that violence is going to take up another form of itself. And so while it may have came from the broken system, when you fix the system, you're not fixing that because now the issue is different.
Yeah.
And so you think about gang violence, like yeah, there's probably like people don't have jobs, stuff like that causes some violence, right? But if I was to be honest, and I'm even speaking for myself, like, why does the violence continue to happen? Anger. People are angry.
Yeah.
Like, when I got shot at, I knew exactly who did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I knew who did it. Like, I knew exactly who did it. I know exactly where they hang out at. I may not know the face, but I know the exact gang or who the 5 people it could have been. And so, yeah, when I was trying to, like, get the gun from my homie, like, I knew exactly where I was going to go, who I was going to shoot at. And so you got that all the time in Chicago is that when somebody dies, 9 times out of 10, either if it's a gang-related thing or even a family thing, like somebody knows who the killer is. Now, we ain't going to tell the police for it. I mean, Chicago police is just another gang, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, they ride 4 deep in one squad car. They got ARs in the back of their trunks. Like, they're just another gang. But, yeah, like in terms of gang violence, like, you know who did it. Like, you know exactly who did it. That's why it's never ending. And so you got this part over here where people is like, we got to fight the system so it could like help this area. And I'm like, no, like gang violence is all from anger. Like you think about Cain and Abel, like Cain killed his brother Abel off of anger. And when blood is spilled like that, you create that cycle. So that's a separate issue. You have to fix that separately, then fix the broken system. Again, they're related and connected, but the solution is not the same. And so I think there's misconceptions that people are always trying to come up with these plans and this. I'll give you an example. The director Spike Lee?
Oh, yes.
He made that movie Chirac. And in my opinion, from living in Chicago, it's the most disrespectful movie ever.
How's that?
He tried to give a solution to Chicago's violence. And he's from New York, so he's not from Chicago. He doesn't know what it's like in Chicago. And this, again, like New York has its own issues, but it's not the same. And I knew where he's pulling from because he's pulling from the Greek story of the Trojan women. The Trojan women who, in order for the men to stop war and violence, they gave up sex. And so he put that in the Chirac movie. One, he created his own gangs. Like, if you play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the Grove Street green and the Ballers purple, like he had that in Chicago. I'm like, nobody has that rep of colors. What are you doing? And and then it was like kind of like a musical thing, and like he tried to put that whole solution in there, and I'm like, that doesn't work. One, that's modern society. You're bringing an ancient Greek solution to modern society. Having women stop giving sex to men is not going to end violence. Because also in Chicago, women kill too.
Yeah.
And so you throw that out the window. But then for you to also make a solution off of a context that you're not connected to or related to, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, stop trying to give an answer just because you like, oh, this is a big issue, you gotta solve. Like, no, don't. If you have no relation to it, just pray. Don't put in your 2 cents, don't put your solution in unless you actually go there and stay there to see what the issue is. The issue is anger. Find a way, find something else for people to deal with their anger. Because if they don't find anything else, they're gonna go shoot somebody, or they're gonna go rob somebody, they're gonna go fight somebody. And so I think like the misconception is always the why or the solution, how to stop it. In my opinion, yeah.
I'm curious. Have you ever like thought of a solution, or what do you? I guess from your own personal experience, what do you think a fair solution would be?
It's tough, and I'm working on this now with like a project in seminary with it, like like around violence and stuff. I don't know what the solution is yet. I do know the source, which is again anger.
Yeah.
And the way that anger is drawn out, but also the solution is with the perpetrator of violence. And so again, like, God used my dad to stop me from committing violence. Now the question is, how is everybody else? Like, what is everybody else's solution? Because it's not the same.
Yeah.
So the anger is like for the perpetrator of violence, how can you stop them and get them to recognize they're wrong? And where's the anger coming from? Is the anger coming from somebody killed my brother and I want revenge? Is the anger coming from living in poverty that you don't got enough money to pay the bill, so you're gonna go rob the gas station, right?
Yeah.
So what is the source of the anger? Is the source of anger racism from Chicago Police Department? I don't know. And the solution is really case by case basis. And I think just the way I'm gonna criticize Black Lives Matter a little bit, just the way Black Lives Matters organization movement get together for when a cop kills a Black person, I don't see them do the same thing when a Black on Black crime happens. And so my thing is, if they can have that same energy in our own neighborhoods and communities, like, you could do so much. People will get the picture. Like, oh yeah, man, we killed each other. We got to stop this. And again, granted, we are not the only race that kills each other.
Yeah.
But, and I'm criticizing Black Lives Matter because sometimes they forget. Because they, again, fighting the system. And you have this whole other issue right here. And so sometimes people's response is to fight externally and not internally. I'm just going to leave it's a case by case basis that I'm still trying to figure out myself. But I know God needs to be involved. I think the church needs to be more involved. And I'm not convinced that the church in Chicago is there dealing with the violence, or I didn't see it growing up. So I say the church needs to get involved more.
Yeah.
For sure.